YouTube, what is going on? So, this is T.Kell from T.Kell Knives. We're going to talk about your SHTF Tactical Loadout. Now, what is that? Why might you need it? There's been a lot of news lately about what has changed, what has escalated in Eastern Europe, in the Asian Pacific. The power to defend a nation will fall to its people. You talk to the guys that went to Vietnam that had no flipping choice. Prison or defend the country that you live in. You're going to have to make that choice if something like this happens. Lots of ifs, people. If you think there's something going on, and if you would like to prepare, keep watching this. We got a lot of new gear, a lot of new content. Let's get to work. Let's start with the main weapon component, the AR-15, hotly debated in the news now. We're just going to show my favorite of my collection. So this is an AR-15 platform. What I've done is put some of this tape on the outside. This is just Codura. It's sticky stuff, so it breaks up the outline of this, so I don't have to spend a ton of money in Cerakote and all these other super things. So I'll break up these different areas of the rifle to keep less of a signature. For my optics, I'm running a 1x6 low variable power optics by Monstrum Tactical. So this is a middle of the road price point. Why do I run a 1x6 instead of a red dot? Well, it's lighted, so I get a red dot on the inside, but I can put it on 1 power and adjust this reticle out so that I can, both eyes open, acquire my target. So what you can do is change the focus here to what your other open eye sees, and you can hardly see this scope at all. It's such a great design that Monstrum has done with this scope. It's hardly even visible in your eye, so you can both eyes open, acquire that target very quickly, and you don't screw with your peripherals. Or you can zoom it into 6 power and punch holes in deer if you need to. Long range, I'd stay under 200 yards with a 6 power, but we qualified at 500 yards in the Marine Corps with iron sights. I do have the Magpul M-Bus Slimline, so these are kind of expensive, but very good. So you can do it the 45. These are awesome. So look, they've got the peep sight flip down here. You can flip that down, and these will tuck out of the way. The reason I like these low profile, super low M-Bus is when you're pulling this rifle into your shoulder, I've got a lower scope mount, so you'd be able to see some of the higher 45-degree sights. This keeps it out of your sight picture. This is also a Magpul front forearm. I like it far forward so that I can really pull that rifle in. There's a million different types of these. Some people like the handle. I like this one. It's just my preference, right? So this is a Streamlight ProTac. I like the ProTacs because Streamlight makes an incredibly durable product. You can beat the H out of them. They're a little more pricey than some of the others, but they always work when you need them to work. So I like that. Also, there are settings, so you can program this to do whatever you want. Always on, momentary contact. I've got mine set up where it's the same as my pistol light. The rest of the furniture is pretty much all Magpul stuff because it's well priced and really good quality. We had a YouTube subscriber suggest this style sling. So it is built from an Alice pack strap and a standard fast sling. So I used a parade sling, but I really like this style. I'm going to try to stay out of the mic, but you can do this and change the length really quickly, and I put a little piece of paracord. So I like this angle. There's a lot of discussion around how to sling your rifle. For me, I leave it crossbody slung here so that when you pick that up, that's already in your shoulder, right? So it's just automatic. It's already in your shoulder. You just reach in and grab. You've got your both eye open look, and if you need your secondary sights, they're there. So AR-15 platform, I'm going to suggest 5.56. You can have as many calibers as you want. That's just a really readily available high-powered round. You can get, say, a Hydroshock if you want to hunt game. It's just a great platform. Super cheap to get into, and you can build it all the way up to thousands and thousands of dollars if you really want to waste your money on a high-end precision rifle. So that's rifle. So let's go to plate carrier. This is the RTS Tactical plate carrier. I have other lower end plate carriers. This is new. I haven't put it through its paces, so it still looks new. This is their active shooter kit. It comes with the plate carrier, front plates, back plates. This is professional. So lighter weight, very well padded, vented. You can see the pads back here. The key thing to do is to adjust your plate carrier to you. This one is highly adjustable. The cummerbunds are super adjustable. AR-15 mags, index them correctly for your quick reloads. A blade. I keep the Mercenary. I've moved it from center to cummerbund here. I plan on putting a KDU mount here for my radio. That's my radio pack. This is just a general purpose pouch for flashlights, batteries, little stuff that I need to get to if I'm on the go. The typical tactical loadout says 7 full magazines. I've got provisions for 4. If I were to add more, I might use this pouch and move my radio elsewhere. 4 is a pretty good starting point. This is a secondary for my pistol. And I keep the rest of this right side, because I'm right-handed, completely clear. So here's why. You want nothing between your arm and your firearm. That's your secondary weapon for your pistol. Nothing to impede. This is far enough forward where it hits right there. A lot of guys will run the Petzl light across here. So if you're looking at your KDU, which is a little remote mount for your radio, it's easier to change channel stuff. That flips down here. You need a light to look at that, or low light for map. This thing is really rad. So this is, I don't even know how to say it. It's WUBEN. So this is a new style flashlight. It's a 7000 series aluminum casing. It's rechargeable USB 2.0. It's magnetic, so it'll stick places. But what I like it for is this clip, and the button on the top is super easy to get to. So it's got all your standard high, low, 1200 lumen, and it will do a strobe also. That's the map light, and it'll come back on in the last setting that you had. The Petzls would flop around and they go all over the place, and you don't want to blind your fellow people. So I like this. I'm super pleased with that. It's got a long battery life too. It's neat. We'll link it in the comments. Something to think about on the plate carrier, guys. Listen, I like these tactical hangers too, because they do up to 200 pounds. So this thing is super cool. You can grab this, take it to your truck, and hang it in the back. So this is the bladder. I've got a 2-liter bladder in here. Run my hose where it impedes. I like these little Velcro strappy things instead of zip ties. It keeps everything where it needs to go. I keep some food in here. Other admin type of stuff that I don't need all the time. Keep your stuff that's going to save your life on the front where you can get to it. Your ancillary stuff on your back. Bladder, food storage, yada yada. And the tactical hangers are freaking great. This is heavy because it's got its plates in it. If you're going to have a plate carrier, it needs to carry plates. So get the plates. These are level 3+. So not quite 7.62, but mostly of the stuff you'll encounter out there. Battle belt, war belt, tactical belt, whatever the verbiage is that you want to talk about. So this is a Takinex. They're not a mainstream brand. Let's take these off. So I always carry provisions for a smaller blade up front appendix carry, because that's where I keep it every day. Same blade, secondary sheath. I'm used to grabbing it there. You need a smaller blade for a lot of stuff. For food, for small game, for boxes. You got to open ammo, all kind of stuff. So smaller fixed blade. This is the Raider. It is my personal everyday carry knife. It's the one that I came out with that really took the company off, and still my favorite. It just is. I hate to single out one of my children, but it's my fave. 2 magazines for my sidearm. Dump pouch. I may move this over and put an extra to carry that 7th AR-15 mag. Med kit, everybody knows about a med kit. I like the tearaway, breakaway ones. It's on the back again. We've got bleed stop in here, sucking chest wound stuff in here, heavy trauma. So in this admin, I might carry little boo-boo stuff. Band-aids if you cut your finger, little antiseptic crap to put on there, because this is if you're down and it's really rough. You guys can look at IFAKs. It's got a tourniquet in there. A lot of people will say you need a tourniquet on your back and one that you can access. I'd put that somewhere in this area because you're not going to use that left hand for secondary firearm. Let's talk about a word that I use a lot: contingencies. It's a really cool program where, okay, so you're out, you're hurt, you're off grid, you need to have contingencies built in. So you go online to Contingency Medical, you fill out a basic questionnaire. It's very basic. What you get: antibiotics, right? So these will come to you like this in the mail with your name, with your doctor's name that prescribed these to you. So all sorts of different ones for different sorts of things. There's a little instruction sheet. It comes with your carrying case. This is part of preparedness. What in the hell are you going to do if you're out there and you get hurt? It goes everywhere I go. It goes in the truck. It goes in my Alice pack. Dump pouch, mags. This is the inner outer system. This replaces your standard belt, and this goes over it, so that holds it up. Very sturdy. I'm running currently the Alien Gear Rapid Force Drop. It's similar to another brand, but I really have grown to love their new Rapid Force from Alien Gear. So you want to set your belt up. This at 3 o'clock, right? I may be able to just strap this on. There's another system, the Safari Land systems. They have the ALS. I actually think that Alien Gear has come out with a better locking system. It's very intuitive. So that's it there. And it just locks straight in. This is the Glock 19X. I picked up a Glock. I used to shoot them. I don't shoot them as well, but I'm trying to cross-platform train with everything that I've got. 9mm, that's your most common sidearm round. Train with whatever you decide to choose. I've really grown to respect this a lot more for what it is. The Glock is a utilitarian. It always works. It just does. So it's got a trigger safety, but no external safeties, which I like. The action is lower down, so you can get a better grip on that, and you're closer to your sight picture. However, they're different. So if you train eyes closed to get on target, you're probably going to hit the target cross-function with a SIG and a Glock, but just train with what you choose. Alien Gear has just come out with this new slimline duty holster. Again, I put the Codura Tape. You can pick it up off Amazon. It comes in sheets like this. It's got this 3M sticky stuff. It is incredibly sticky, but it'll break up the outline of that. So you don't have to spend extra money having somebody else do it. So this is slimline. Their other duty holsters for lights and optics were much, much larger than before. Right now they've got a deal where this and the light, if you buy this combo, are 40% off. So that is a really good deal. I'm not sure how long that's going to be going on. But it's optics cut too, so that if you run optics, we'll show you the other previous models before. And the nightstick, which is a very good high-end light. So I've got it set up the same as my Streamlight, so that the settings are exactly the same, so I can remember that. But again, 3 o'clock. So the plate carrier will be here. Those extra mags would be here, so you're not impeded. What I like, again, is that if you decide to run a different weapon, like say a SIG P320. So let's look at this. Previous Alien Gear duty holster with a light. New. Considerable difference, right? This had the hood and it was level 3, but I took the hood off. The hoods tend to get in my way. I don't care for them. You need them if, well, if it's raining, you can get water and crap down inside your optics. So there is some value to a hood, but This is obviously a SIG P320 with the Romeo Pro and the Foxtrot 1. This is currently my preferred work gun or duty pistol because I've trained so much with this pistol. And I added the flat trigger, so it's not quite stock, but it's a great platform as well. I'm waiting for Alien Gear to come out with the slimline for this, and then I'll be a super happy camper. But look, so I can train with either, and they're going to be in the same position at that same 3 o'clock. I've got mine on a slight back cant because that's just naturally how I put my weapon back in. But trigger is guarded. 800 pounds is what they advertised at this pulled out, so hopefully you'd be able to get in on that weapon and keep it in the holster if some 800-pound monster decides to try to strip it from you. So those are your basics of setup. Some tips. I really like the 511 strike pants. They're stretchy. They have extra pockets. This is my civilian pocket for my phone, but on duty it would be for AR mags. There's inner pockets here and here. They're gusseted. You've got for knife clips here, extra pockets is on the back. Really, really durable, very comfortable pants. We're going to kind of talk about some more of the prepping side of things. Along with this, if you're in that mindset, you need to really think about food prices, food availability. You need to think about where you're going to get access to water, long-term storage stuff. Rice and beans are always a great thing to start with. I still love my old school Alice pack. It's 1.5 million videos on a loadout. If you're going to have tactical preparedness, this is a huge part of having gear stashed and staged to be able to get to in the rear. Bedrolls, a more extensive medical kits on this, water filtration, food, extra clothing, bedding, scocks, paracord. This is a little more than a combat scenario and more of a survival scenario. Your gas mask is in here. I've got all kind of stuff. If you guys want to see us jump into the details of each one of these pieces of gear, maybe we'll do a series video on how we build all this stuff out, exactly how we use it, maybe run some scenarios at the range with the actual use of this stuff. Kind of let us know what you want to do. Train with your stuff. My old gear like this is absolutely freaking destroyed, so hey, looks like you need to do some more training, fat guy, and your stuff's not all beat up. And because I keep my stuff new, wear your plate carrier. Wear your belt. Know where your stuff is. Practice your reload. Snap in with that firearm, whatever it is. Be a man. Protect. Provide. That's your freaking job, right? Thanks again to our patrons. Thank you guys for watching.